starters on the scoreboard, the Cherokee Chiefs. A senior, number 2, Matt Panacio. Number 12, A.J. Walker. And a senior, number 24, Alex Thomas. And now the home team on the scoreboard, the Glassboro Bulldogs. A senior, number 5, Richard Gatson. A junior, number 12, Marcus Allen. A junior, number 13, Marseille Leadom. A junior, number 20, Bryce Long. And a junior, number 22, Andre Camper.
Tremendous job. Tremendous.
Sportsmanship statement. We got to read it. Exactly. I know that by heart.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Seagull Classic at Holy Spirit High School. As we get underway with the boys' games today, Mike Frankel joining you courtside, live video courtesy of Matt Ulmer. Cherokee getting set to take on Glassboro. And again, the first boys' game of the day. 3 girls' games so far here in Absecon. Cherokee knocking off Mainland on the girls' side just a few moments ago. Also this morning, Gloucester Catholic with a win over Rancocas Valley on the girls' side, and Wildwood with a victory over Holy Spirit. So we're set for tip-off here between the Cherokee boys and Glassboro. And we're underway. Cherokee wearing orange, Glassboro in white. The Chiefs control the tip, and this is Gavin Gibson with the basketball. Coming off a 33-point night last night as the Chiefs won in overtime against Washington Township. Cherokee comes in 2 and 3. Glassboro sputtering a bit to start the season as the Bulldogs come in at 1 and 4. Gibson launches for 3 and connects. So the first points of the game come courtesy of Gavin Gibson, Cherokee senior. And now it's Glassboro's turn for its first possession. Glassboro starting 4 juniors and senior Richard Gatson. This is Marcus Allen up top. Over to Bryce Long. Long into the corner there for Marseille Leadom. Leadom circles back to the top. Chiefs in a man-to-man look on defense. Leadom down the lane, but he lost it. And that's an early turnover against the Bulldogs. It'll be Chiefs basketball. Cherokee, the defending South Jersey Group 4 champs, graduating a ton of talent, but still a lot of talent left in Marlton, led by Gavin Gibson. Here's Gibson with the catch up top. Between the legs. This is Alex Thomas now with the basketball. Into the corner now for A.J. Walker. Walker spins hard to the bucket and lays it in. So 2 for A.J. Walker and a very quick 5-0 lead here for Cherokee at the Seagull Classic at Holy Spirit. Here's Leadom. Around a screen now up top to Bryce Long. Richard Gatson in the corner now. The senior dips in, contact, whistle silent. Here's Leadom in the corner. Now back in front of the Cherokee bench. Around a screen there from Camper. Pull-up shot from the corner. It's off the mark. That was Gatson. Battle for the rebound. Glassboro has it. Shot off the mark there from Long. And now Cherokee's able to clear. Here comes Gibson across the timeline. Gavin Gibson, top of the key, picks up his dribble. Now finds a man down low. Hangs in the air and hits. And that's Matt Panacio. And a quick timeout here from Glassboro. Gibson the feed to Panacio. 7-0 Cherokee. Timeout Glassboro. So Glassboro trying to reset here. The Bulldogs trail 7-0 early here. Holy Spirit High School for the Seagull Classic. Cherokee double team in the corner. Long works out of it. Now a turnover though. Gibson comes up with the steal. Behind the back twice. Now into the corner. Back up top to Gibson. Thought about a three. Now dips in, and he's whistled for traveling. So a turnover against Cherokee there. Again, the Chiefs come in at 2 and 3, coming off a 60-55 overtime win against Washington Township last night. Glassboro 1 and 4, falling to Woodstown last night, 68-55 in Tri-County play. Here's Gadsden. Up top to Leadham. Leadham probes. And his layup is short. Cherokee clears. Here's Walker across the timeline. Up ahead. And Armstrong lays it in. Christian Armstrong was hit with his first bucket of the game. 9-0 lead right now for Cherokee. It's been all Chiefs early here in the first quarter. Leadham with the basketball. Gadsden drives, kicks. 3 on the way from Long. Way short. And the rebound comes down to Cherokee. Here's Walker. Gets it over to Thomas. Alex Thomas picks up his dribble, and he'll be whistled for traveling. So Glassboro basketball. The Bulldogs still seeking their first points of the ball game here, trailing 9-0. Marseille Leadham on the dribble. To his right, picks up his dribble. Now up top for Richard Gadsden. Gadsden surveying the defense. Tries to go between the legs. Whips a pass to the corner there for Marcus Allen. And now we have a whistle down low. And that one should go against Christian Armstrong of Cherokee.
Cherokee personal foul number 10, Christian Armstrong, his first, team and game's first.
First foul of the game. And another traveling violation here against Glassboro. So a really tough start here for the Bulldogs as we have our first substitutions of the game for Cherokee. Ethan Stith checking into the ball game, and Justin Shaw in as well, as Walker will get a break, and so will Armstrong. Here's Justin Shaw. Gets it over to Thomas. High post now. Gibson pulls up from the elbow and hits. Gavin Gibson with 5 points here in the first quarter. All Cherokee, 11-0 Chiefs on top. Leadham trying to get something going for Glassboro here. Over to Gadsden. Marcus Allen. Back to Leadham. Marseille Leadham on the dribble. Around a screen. Chooses not to use it. Now to his left. Top of the key. 3 ball on the way from Gadsden. And he hits. So finally the first points of the ball game for the Glassboro Bulldogs. They're on the board as they trail 11-3. Mike Katsikis also into the game for Cherokee here as he gets the ball in the high post. Hands off to Gibson. Another 3 on the way. This one's off the mark. Rebound heads to the corner. Chased down by Cherokee. Good hustle. That was Justin Shaw on the rebound. Shaw circles back to the top. Glassboro in a man-to-man look on defense here. Here's Ethan Stith around a high screen. Stith, 3 ball on the way, and that's good. Ethan Stith for 3. Cherokee extends the lead, 14-3. Marseille Leadham on the dribble. Over to Gadsden, another 3. This one rims out. And the rebound ripped down by Justin Shaw. Now here's Gavin Gibson. Gibson to his left, down the lane. Scoop shot, rolls off the rim. Rebound down to Cherokee. And a blocking call against Glassboro as Mike Katsikis was able to drive the lane. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Glassboro personal fouls on number 12, Marcus Allen. His first. Chiefs first.
So Katsikis to the line to shoot a pair here. First one is no good. Some substitutes into the game here for Glassboro. Jaleel Campbell into the game for the first time for Glassboro. Second shot up and good there from Mike Katsikis, his first point of the game, and it's now 15-3. Cherokee on top of Glassboro. Daylon Minity also into the game for Glassboro for the first time here today. Glassboro just trying to weather the storm here early. The Bulldogs trail 15-3 at the Seagull Classic. First boys game of the day, fourth game overall here on this Saturday in Absecon. Skip pass here to Gadsden. Gadsden spins down the lane, lays it up and in. So 5 points in the opening quarter for the senior Richard Gadsden. And the Bulldogs back within 10, 15-5. Here's Shaw over to Walker. High post for Katsikis. Backs his man down, spins, double team to the lane, loses it for a moment, kicks it out, and another traveling violation. This one will go against Ethan Stith. .138 to go, opening quarter here as Cherokee leads 15-5. Glassboro with the basketball. Trying to chip away here, try to get this thing back to single digits heading to the second quarter. 5 second closely guarded violation here goes against Glassboro. So Cherokee forces yet another turnover. More subs into the game here for Cherokee. Andrew Wickstead into the game for the first time. Here's Shaw across the timeline over to Gavin Gibson. Gibson, top of the key, straight on and hits. So Gavin Gibson poured in 33 last night in an overtime win over Washington Township. He keeps it rolling so far here today. He has 8 to lead all scorers. Now 18-5. Cherokee in control.
1 minute remaining in the quarter, 1 minute.
Bryce Long on the dribble here for the Dogs. Over to Campbell. Back up top now for Minity. Long three off of the rim. And the rebound taken down by Christian Armstrong. A.J. Walker to walk it across. Over to Gibson. Looks like the Chiefs will try to hold for one here. 13-point lead as we wind down in the opening quarter. Wickstead into the corner for Walker, now back up top to Gibson. Under 25 seconds to go. Closely guarded here by Marcus Allen. Back to Walker. Plays catch with Gibson as Cherokee looks to set up one final play in the opening quarter. Hand off to Shaw and a traveling violation. So Cherokee unable to hold for the final shot of the quarter, and now Glassboro will get an opportunity down by 13, 11.1 seconds to go. And we have a timeout called by Glassboro head coach Steve Bell. So they'll try to set something up here. Glassboro trailing 18-5.
That's too good for him. He was the best. You guys are going hard. Like, why even force the dribble on that dog? Who else is going to get it? I'm saying just stop waiting. You get denied. It's all right.
All right, coming out of the timeout, Glassboro with the basketball, down 18-5. As the Bulldogs will get the final possession here of the opening quarter at the Seagull Classic. Gadsden down the lane, kicks to the corner, three ball on the way. That's off the mark, rolls off the rim. Cherokee with the rebound, and that's how the first quarter will come to an end. Bryce Long unable to get it to go from the corner, and Cherokee dominates the opening quarter and leads 18-5 over Glassboro.
Thank you again to the Tropicana Atlantic City for your continued support as our overall tournament sponsor. More fun, more value, more variety, more of everything. Tropicana of Atlantic City. Special thanks to Magliani's Market at 417 12th Street in Hamilton for being our hospitality center sponsor. Family owned and operated for over 56 years, Magliani's features only the best in Italian products and unmatched customer service in the entire Delaware Valley. Thank you to our player of the game sponsor, Top Crop and Franconia Trucking. Find us purveyors of quality fresh produce along the eastern seaboard. Remember, in your local supermarket, shop Top Crop. We also proudly recognize authentic AOSPT rehabilitation services, providing all of our athletic training services for the weekend. They provide the finest orthopedic and sports physical therapy services in the entire South Jersey area.
Glassboro 10, 5.
Okay, White, we on the top. Here we go. 14. It will be Glassboro possession to start 6.
Set for the second quarter here in Absecon. Mike Frankel, Matt Ulmer with you courtside. 2020 Seagull Classic. Cherokee taking on Glassboro in the first boys game of this Saturday. Cherokee on top 18-5 as we get set to start the second period. Bulldogs with the basketball. Here's Gadsden on the dribble. And he backs it out now. Richard Gadsden, the senior, all 5 points for Glassboro in the first quarter. Whips a pass down low, right to the Seagull Classic banner. That one sails out of bounds, and another turnover from Glassboro. It'll be Cherokee basketball. Panaccio to bring it up for Cherokee. Senior gets it across. Now over to A.J. Walker. Works his way to the right side. Back up top now for Ethan Stith, who will start the second quarter. Came off the bench in the first. Tries to kick to the corner, and now here's a steal. Taken away by Bryce Long. Long all the way in, and he can't finish. Cherokee with the rebound. Here comes Thomas the other way. Kicks to the corner. Walker down low, counted and one for Christian Armstrong. So Walker with a nice feed to Armstrong. Christian Armstrong with 4 points so far on the day. He'll have a chance to go to the line to try and complete the three-point play. Free throw is good. So a three-point play for Christian Armstrong to give him 5 in the game. And it's now a 21-5 lead for Cherokee. Bryce Long walks it across for the Bulldogs. Back up top, and now a steal taken away by Armstrong. Christian Armstrong on the run. The junior, right side, circles back to the top. Over to A.J. Walker. Back to Armstrong, and too hot to handle as that pass sails out of bounds. And a turnover there as the Bulldogs will take over. Again, Glassboro out of the Tri-County Conference. Cherokee out of the Olympic Conference. Bulldogs trying to find their footing not only in this game but in the season so far. 1-4 coming in. Cherokee 2-3, but again a big overtime win last night over Washington Township. Here's a deep three on the way, and that one's off the mark. And the rebound taken down by Cherokee. That was DeLon Minity, unable to get it to go from distance. Here's Walker. Feeds the high post for Thomas. Looking for Armstrong, wasn't ready, but he's able to catch anyway. Christian Armstrong down the lane, hard to the bucket. Off the rim, battle for the board taken by Glassboro. Here comes Long, looking for a teammate ahead. And again, the pass sails out of bounds as Jaleel Campbell is unable to catch up to that one. So more turnovers than points so far for Glassboro. More substitutions here into the game for Cherokee. Gibson, one of the players checking back in, along with Mike Katsikis. Just under 6 minutes to go, opening half here in Absecon. Seagull Classic, Cherokee taking on Glassboro in the fourth game of the day, first boys game of the day. Down the lane, and he lays it off the mark there. That was Katsikis unable to get it to go off of the feed from Panaccio. Again, the Bulldogs seeking their first points of the second quarter here. They had 5 in the first, all from number 5, the senior Richard Gadsden. He has the ball right now. Kicks it up top, and one more skip pass to the corner. Long, top of the key now. Step back, deep 2. They'll call it a 3 on the way from Marcus Allen, but he can't get it to go. Here comes Cherokee again. Walker streaking down the left side, passes to the middle, and that one skips off of Panacio's hands and out of bounds. Here's Ethan Stith back into the ball game for Cherokee.
13 in, 14 in.
Marseille Leadham also back into the contest for Glassboro. And he'll bring it up for the Bulldogs. Right wing here. Gadsden slices down the lane and gets it to go. So Richard Gadsden, 2 more. He has all 7 of Glassboro's points so far here this afternoon. Stith wide open for 3. Off of the mark. Rebound taken down by Cherokee. That was Thomas. He's unable to finish down low, though. And now we have a foul going against Cherokee as Marseille Leadham look to run.
Foul number 2.
That one going against Matt Panacio. Checking in for the first time, Devontae O'Brien. So head coach Eric Cassidy going a little deeper into his bench right now. Alex Thomas heads to the bench. Skip pass for the Bulldogs. Here's Gadsden. Thought about a 3 and he traveled. So multiple traveling violations from both teams here. And it'll be Cherokee basketball. 4:40 to go. Chiefs up 21-7. Panacio to Stith. Now the corner for Walker. Up top to Gibson. Thought about a 3. Puts it on the floor. Back to Walker. A.J. Walker picks up his dribble. Panacio now. And here's Gibson. Curling through the lane is Stith into the corner for Walker. Open 3 on the way, and it's off of the mark. Bulldogs with the rebound. Bryce Long brings it across. Long penetrates, hangs, and hits. So Bryce Long, the first player to score other than Richard Gadsden so far for the Bulldogs, and it's 21-9. Gibson down the lane, hangs. His shot is long, and a rebound ripped down by Delon Minity. Here's Leadham, in front of the Cherokee bench. Circles back to the top, no. Now penetrates, lays it off down there, off the glass and short, as Minity was unable to get it to go down low. Here's Walker now. Wide open 3 from Panacio is long, and the rebound comes down to Glassboro. Leadham again for the Bulldogs. And another traveling violation here. That one going against Richard Gadsden. John Logan into the game now for the first time for Glassboro.
22-12.
As head coach Steve Bell looking for some answers here early. Again, 21-9, Cherokee in control here as we wind down toward halftime here at the Seagull Classic at Holy Spirit High School in Absecon. Stith looking for Gibson, and he threw it out of bounds. So those two on different pages there. And another turnover. Basketball goes back to Glassboro. Here's Jaleel Campbell back into the game. Check that, he'll stay. Yeah, he is back in, getting set to inbound. And also into the game for the first time, Yusuf Abalbi. Here's Glassboro, 3 on the way there from Campbell, and he's off the mark. Gibson, Panacio unable to save it, and that ball goes out of bounds.
Somebody jump over top of it.
No, you're fine. Oh, it's off to the side a little bit.
Here's Glassboro across the timeline. Marseille Leadham. Chiefs bring a double team out near midcourt. Able to get a pass over to Campbell. He's double teamed, and now here's a steal. Drew Wickstead comes up with it. Chiefs work the break to perfection, but the shot is off the mark, contested right at the rim there, as Matt Panacio was unable to get it to go. Here's Leadham. Still stuck on 21-9, Bulldogs trailing. 2:22 to go here in the second quarter. Campbell probes. Gets a pass off to Bryce Long. And his pass looking for a teammate along the baseline, but that one skips out of bounds. Another turnover here against the Bulldogs as they continue to pile up. Call that their 10th of the opening half. Cherokee with 9. Both teams a little bit sloppy with the basketball. 21-9 though. Cherokee very much in control here. Here's Gibson. Stops around the free throw line and hits. And a timeout on the floor called by Chiefs head coach Eric Cassidy. 1:57 to go here in the second quarter. Cherokee on top of Glassboro, 23-9.
We're getting up close, guys. But then return to the basketball like it's an alarming rate. Giving away possessions. Giving away possessions. First quarter, I got selling across the here. Take this away. This guy's got to do that. So he's got to jump up. Right? One time,
Plenty more action here to come on the live stream both today and tomorrow. Coming up next, we'll be with you for St. Joe Hamilton versus Southern. We'll also have Camden Catholic Linden, Grand Cocos Valley, West Deptford later today. And, of course, the big one tonight, Wildwood Catholic at Elizabeth, against Elizabeth, I should say. That one's set for an 8 o'clock start. And a quick timeout here from Glassboro now, as Steve Bell wants to talk things over. Just a few seconds go off the clock, 23-9 again. Glassboro trailing here as we head toward halftime. Another full slate tomorrow here at the Seagull Classic. The day will open with the Ocean City Girls against Lenape. And then we'll pick up the boys' action once again on the live stream. The Ocean City boys taking on Haddonfield at 1:30. 3 o'clock tomorrow will be Penns Grove versus Paulsboro. 4:30, Timber Creek versus Burlington Township. Patrick School flying back to state from Minnesota. They'll be in the house to take on St. Augustine on Sunday at 6. And then at 7:30, the hometown Holy Spirit Spartans taking on rival Pleasantville to close out the 2020 Seagull Classic. Glad you're with us today, and hope you're with us for many more of these games. Should be a long but fun weekend here at Holy Spirit.
So partnership with local healthcare provider Lancare, who will get donations to local health.
Here we go, Glassboro basketball, 1:50 to go in the second quarter. Bulldogs trailing 23-9. Here's Leadham. And he traveled. So another turnover there against Glassboro. Call that their 12th of the ball game.
Replacing Leon.
So here's Gavin Gibson for Cherokee. Leading scorer in the game, 10 points today. Again, had 33 last night as Cherokee beat Township in overtime. Washington Township, that is. This time he drives to the bucket and foul is called. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Best for a personal foul, number 32. Got to look at this first team's third. Gibson shooting 2.
First one is good for Gavin Gibson. He now has 11 points in the ball game. Substitution here for Glassboro. Andre Camper into the ball game. Gibson hits a pair. So Gavin Gibson with 12, once again to lead all scorers. It's now a 25-9 advantage for Cherokee. Here's Long. Cherokee springs the double team, and another travel. So Glassboro just way too many turnovers here in the opening quarter, opening half I should say. That's 13 in the game so far for Glassboro. Again, the Bulldogs have 9 points, 13 turnovers. There's Panacio. High post there for Christian Armstrong. Backdoor cut, and they get it to the corner for Gibson. Gavin Gibson knocks down the 3 from the corner. He's lighting it up with 15 points so far. It's now 28-9. Cherokee in command. Under a minute to go before halftime here in Absecon. Gadsden trying to make something happen and dribbles off of his foot. So yet another turnover here for Glassboro. 42.7 for Cherokee to play with. Again, Chiefs in command, up 28-9 right now. Marcus Allen back into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Panacio to bring it up for the Chiefs. Across the timeline, into the corner now. That's Armstrong, and he circles back out near midcourt. Over to Alex Thomas. The senior Thomas, left-handed dribble into the corner, now back up top. That's Justin Shaw. Now here's Gibson, right wing, as the Chiefs try to hold for one. 15 seconds to go. Panacio now, and the Chiefs will run their play. Panacio around a high screen, looking for Gibson. Very deep three on the way, off the mark, rebound down to Glassboro. 3 seconds to go. Logan, does he see the clock? He does not. And time runs out in the opening half. Cherokee all over Glassboro, 28-9. It's halftime here at the Seagull Classic in Absecon. Stay with us. We'll be back for third quarter action in just a few minutes here. 28-9, Cherokee on top. Getting set for the second half here at Holy Spirit High School, 2020 Seagull Classic. Cherokee taking on Glassboro. First boys game of the day here. Chiefs in command 28-9. Let's break down some first half scoring. First for the Chiefs, senior Gavin Gibson leading the way, 15 points, outscoring Glassboro all by himself so far. Christian Armstrong with 5, Ethan Stith with 3, Matt Panaccio and A.J. Walker with 2 apiece, and Mike Katsikis with 1. For Glassboro, Richard Gadsden has 7 of the Bulldogs' 9 points, and Bryce Long with the other 2. So the Chiefs with the ball to start this third quarter. Mike Frankel, Matt Ulmer with you courtside here in Absecon, and Gibson brings it across. Here's Thomas. Now Walker drives the baseline. Gibson, far corner for 3, off of the front of the rim. Battle for the rebound. Walker spins. Back up top. One more pass. Down to Armstrong. Leans in and gets 2.
Christian Armstrong.
So Christian Armstrong flexing some muscle down low. And the Chiefs have 30 now lead it by 21. 30-9 your tally. Opening possession of the second half for Glassboro. Here's Gadsden, launches for 3. Off the mark, and the rebound taken down by Alex Thomas. He'll bring it up. Ahead to Armstrong. Right at the elbow. Over to Gibson. Gavin Gibson down the lane, takes the contact, no call. Armstrong with the rebound. Put back is short. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will stay. Check that. It'll go over to Glassboro. Bulldogs basketball. Again, really all Richard Gadsden in that first half for Glassboro. 7 of the Bulldogs' 9 points. Now it looks like we have a wet basketball. Who needs a towel when you have an official shirt? And here we go. Dennis Smith offering his shirt, but I think we're okay. All right, here we go now. Richard Gadsden with the basketball, which is now dry. Gadsden to his right, into the corner now for Long, now up top for Leadham. Now backs it out. Marseille Leadham, the junior. A lot of juniors in this starting lineup. And this pass goes out of bounds right to me. So it'll be Cherokee basketball. Another turnover. My younger days, Dennis, I may have shot that for 3. Would have been way off, but here we go. I was open. Open for a reason. Here's Panaccio across for the Chiefs. And a traveling violation. Ton of turnovers in that first half for both teams, really. Of course, Cherokee much more efficient offensively when they were able to shoot a shot on the first half. Shooting 44% in that opening half. Glassboro just 24%. Now here's a steal by Gibson. Gavin Gibson. Leadham trying to defend it. Gibson, and he draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. If you're just joining us, Gavin Gibson, a monster night last night as Cherokee beat Washington Township in overtime. He went for 33 in that game, picking up right where he left off. 15 in the first half, and now heading to the line to shoot 2. First one off the mark. Gibson, one of the main holdovers from Cherokee's South Jersey Group 4 championship team a year ago. Chiefs hit hard by graduation, but Gibson, starter on that team. Back for his senior year. He misses a pair. And here's Glassboro with the basketball. Down by 21, just trying to get some kind of momentum going here in the third quarter and make this a game. Leadham. Into the lane there. Shot is up and off the mark, but a foul is called. Andre Camper couldn't get it to go, but the junior will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Second foul of the game on Christian Armstrong. No real foul trouble for either team in the first half. First shot rims out for Camper.
Andre Camper at the line to shoot another for Glassboro.
Second one falls through. First point of the game for Andre Camper. Just the third scorer for Glassboro. And the Bulldogs hit double digits, but down by 20. Walker down the lane. Can't get it to go, but a whistle. And the junior A.J. Walker will head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Glassboro personal foul number 20, Bryce Long, his first. Team second. A.J. Walker at the line for Cherokee. Shoot 2.
My sister just had surgery yesterday.
Walker, 2 points in the first half. First free throw is long. Chiefs start 3 seniors, 2 juniors. Walker, one of the juniors. Glassboro starts 4 juniors and a senior. Walker's second free throw is good. 31-10 here. Glassboro brings it across. Just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter here at the Seagull Classic. Now here's a drive to the basket and a layup by Marseille Leadham. Nice move from the junior Leadham. His first points of the ball game. As Cherokee brings it across with Panacio. Panacio hounded by Leadham. Gets a pass off to Armstrong, up and good.
Christian Armstrong.
So Panacio with the nice dish there to Christian Armstrong. He's coming on strong, 9 points so far in the game for the junior Armstrong. Chiefs try to spring the double team, trying to trap out of this defense here. Behind the back pass, right to Walker. And he's fouled on his way up the court. So an ill-advised pass there from Gadsden. He tried to go behind the back, and it was stolen away by the Chiefs. Ethan Stith back into the game now as Alex Thomas will take a seat.
Team's third.
This Glassboro team, a team that's really contested for South Jersey Group 1 titles the last several years. Bit of a rebuilding year this season, though, especially with the transfer of Keon Sabb. Sabb started as a freshman last season, 5-star football recruit, but he's now at Williamstown. Down the lane, Mike Katsikis gets it to go. Katsikis' first field goal of the game. He has 3 points, 35-12 Cherokee. Flips a shot up. Gadsden did. Couldn't get it to go, and the rebound taken down by Katsikis. Here's Gibson. Contact right around midcourt. Whistle silent. Gibson stays with the dribble down the lane, and we have a foul on the floor. It'll go against Glassboro. As we approach the halfway point of the third quarter, Justin Shaw back into the ball game. Matt Panacio will get a breather for the Chiefs. Again, Cherokee off to a 2-3 start this season, but coming off of a win last night, an Olympic Conference win over the Minutemen of Washington Township. Cherokee gets it in. Here's Stith. Tough schedule early on for Cherokee. Chiefs had to go to Camden to play Camden, one of their 3 losses. Here's Stith, hard to the bucket, and he draws the foul.
Glassboro personal foul number 32, John Logan, his second.
So it's Ethan Stith at the free throw line to shoot 2. 3 points in the game so far for Stith. Once again, we keep the live streams going here for the rest of the day. Following this game, it'll be St. Joe Hamilton versus Southern. Battle between the Cape Atlantic League and the Shore Conference as Stith hits a free throw. That one's scheduled to start at 3:30. Then at 5 o'clock, Camden Catholic versus Linden. The Irish are Camden Catholic trying to bounce back after losing their first game of the season last night to Paul VI. It'll be RV versus West Deptford at 6:30, and then 8 o'clock, Wildwood Catholic against Elizabeth in a battle between really 2 of the top 5 teams in the state. Second free throw no good for Stith, and a foul is called on the rebound. Goes against Cherokee. Then more live stream action tomorrow. The day begins here in Holy Spirit with Ocean City Lenape girls. We pick up the action with the boys game at 1:30 between Ocean City Haddonfield. Then it'll be Pennsgrove Paulsboro, Timber Creek Burlington Township, St. Augustine Patrick School, and Holy Spirit Pleasantville at 7:30. That's tomorrow's live stream schedule here at Holy Spirit. Turnover as a travel. Yet another turnover against the Bulldogs as they quickly approach 20. 36-12. Head coach Eric Cassidy of the Chiefs imploring his team to pick it up a little bit. Trying to get the ball up the floor. Gibson, contact, but drives the baseline. Skip pass to the corner, and another traveling violation.
Traveling violation. Glassboro possession.
It's been the theme today. A lot of walking here. Teams getting their steps in. 36-12, Cherokee on top. Chiefs have been really in command from the opening tip. They raced out to a 8-0, 9-0 run in the first quarter and haven't looked back. Here's a three on the way from Marcus Allen. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Ethan Stith. Stith motors across the division line. Armstrong thought about a three. Over to Gibson. He's checked closely by Marcus Allen. Back toward midcourt. Gibson working down the lane. Stith in the corner. Circles back to the elbow. Again, Armstrong pump fake. Feeds the post for Katsikis. And that ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Glassboro. Drew Wickstead back into the game here for Cherokee. Gibson will get a breather. Gibson scoreless in the quarter, but again, 15 in that opening half. Still the game high by a wide margin. Wickstead looking to get this ball in. Gets it to Armstrong. Christian Armstrong into the paint. Pump fake. Back to Wickstead. And guess what? Another traveling violation. Devontae O'Brien into the ball game here for Cherokee. Again, second game of a quick back-to-back really for both of these teams. Both played last night. Cherokee's game again going to overtime, so Eric Cassidy going a little deeper into his bench here, and we have an offensive foul. Moving pick going against John Logan of Glassboro. So here we go, Justin Shaw with the basketball for Cherokee. Just under 3 minutes to go in the third. All Chiefs 36-12 over Glassboro. Now a steal taken away by Gadsden. 2-on-1 break. Gadsden taking himself, contact, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Richard Gadsden, one of the few seniors in this Glassboro rotation this season. 7 points so far today. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair. First shot is good for Gadsden.
Gadsden at the line for Glassboro to shoot another.
So 1 for 2 on the trip from Gadsden. Rebound, though, taken down by Glassboro. That was John Logan with the offensive rebound. And here's Marseille Leadham. So chance for more points here for the Bulldogs. 3 on the way, and that one's off the mark there from Minity. Rebound taken down by Cherokee. Here's Justin Shaw. Hounded by Leadham. Shaw gets the step, though. Jump step at the elbow. Down low to Katsikis. And it looks like we have a jump ball down low as Katsikis was tied up by John Logan. Possession arrow to the Bulldogs. Armstrong, Thomas back in. Those two back in for Cherokee. (36-13), just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs with certainly some work to do here, but a steal, near steal I should say. Now actually we have a foul as Stith looked to come up with the basketball for a moment, couldn't get a handle on it, and then he fouled trying to get that loose ball. Panacio back into the game for Cherokee as Justin Shaw will take a seat. Bryce Long to inbound. Here's Marseille Leadham, 2 points in the game for the junior point guard. Leadham hounded up top, now double teamed, able to find his teammate in the corner. That's Gadsden. Gadsden slices across the lane and gets two. A lot of contact down low, and now we have a timeout called by Steve Bell of Glassboro. So Gadsden now in double digits with 10 points, but Glassboro still trails by 21. Cherokee on top, 36-15.
Now if you can just do away with this thing.
We're going to sit on Matt Flat.
So the rest of today's schedule, at 3:30 scheduled tip, St. Joe's versus Southern Boys. At 5 o'clock, Buchanan Catholic versus Lincoln. At 6:30, Grand Rapids Valley versus West Bedford. And a nightcap today, and 8 games, Boardwalk Catholic will take on the boys of Elizabeth.
You ever feel anything?
Tomorrow's schedule, starting Sunday at 12 o'clock, Ocean City versus Lenape Girls. The Ocean City boys will take on Hatfield, 1:30. 3 o'clock, Pennsgrove versus Paulsboro. At 4:30, CHEROKEE versus Burlington Township. And in the nightcap doubleheader, St. Augustine versus the Patrick School at 6. And then at 7:30, Holy Spirit will take on neighborhood rival Pleasantville.
Cherokee ball out of the timeout here. Coming off a made field goal from Glassboro. 1:49 to go in the third quarter. Chiefs in control, up 36-15. Full court pressure here, though, from the Bulldogs. And Glassboro forces a turnover. And now we have a kickball.
Kickball violation, Westboro possession.
So the Bulldogs setting the trap there, able to get the turnover as they try to cut into this deficit as we head toward the fourth. 1:45 to go. Here's Leadham. Marcus Leadham. Nice pass, but he wasn't ready for it. John Logan unable to handle it in the paint there, and another turnover. 20th turnover of the game for Glassboro. Cherokee working against the pressure. Gibson, stop and pop for three. Front iron. Rebound comes down to Stith. Trying to get it back up top. Gets a pass over to Panacio down the lane, back to Stith. And now Cherokee will set it up. 1:10 to go here in the third. Chiefs with the basketball, holding a 21-point lead. 2020 Seagull Classic. Armstrong thought about a three. Gibson does launch for three. Rolls off the rim, and the rebound is taken down by Minity. Over to Richard Gadsden. Gadsden through the legs. Into the lane, way long. And it's Stith with the board. Now here's Gavin Gibson. Full head of steam to his left. Lays it off for Armstrong, who lays it in. Gibson drops the dime. Armstrong with the finish. 38-15, Cherokee. 30 seconds to go in the third. Here's Leadham. Over to Gadsden. Here's Bryce Long now. See if the Bulldogs try to hold for one. Gadsden, left wing, around a screen. Finds a man in the corner. That's Minity, and it rims out on the three. 8 seconds to go, a chance for the Chiefs. And the layup is good by Panacio to beat the buzzer here in the third quarter. Give Gibson the assist and give Cherokee a 40-15 lead over Glassboro heading to the fourth. Cherokee on top of Glassboro, 40-15 as we get set to begin the fourth quarter here on Saturday of the 2020 Seagull Classic at Holy Spirit High School in Absecon. First boys game of the day. Cherokee girls just beating Mainland in the game prior to this one. So the Chiefs looking for a girls-boys sweep here today in Absecon. Gibson for three. Rolls off the rim. Battle for the board. It's on the floor, picked up by Glassboro. Give Minity credit for the rebound, and now here's Marseille Leadham. To his right, Euro step into the lane, and he draws a foul. So Marseille Leadham will head to the line to shoot two. 2 points in the game for Leadham. Again, more live streaming action coming your way all throughout the afternoon and the evening tonight. Stay with us for St. Joe of Hamilton versus Southern, which is set to tip off right around 3:30. Then it'll be Camden Catholic versus Linden at 5. Rancocas Valley versus West Deptford at 6:30 as Leadham misses the first. And then a big-time showdown here at the Seagull Classic tonight, Wildwood Catholic against Elizabeth at 8 o'clock. Second shot is good for Marseille Leadham. He has 3, and it's a 24-point game. Cherokee in cruise control here. Gibson kicks it out to Thomas. He's able to gather it. Now back up top here to A.J. Walker. Chiefs looking to set the offense. Gibson catches in front of his bench. Now up top. 3 ball on the way there from Thomas. Off the mark. Rebound taken down by Gadsden. Richard Gadsden looking for a teammate down low, and the pass sails out of bounds. Too high there for John Logan on the catch. Over 20 turnovers for Glassboro this afternoon. Cherokee basketball up 40-16, under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth. Chiefs in no particular hurry. Armstrong, right wing, up top to Walker. A.J. Walker thought about a 3, now feeds Panaccio. Down low to Armstrong, finds an open man. That's Thomas. Now here's Walker for 3, and he's hit on the way down, so it'll be 3 free throws coming up for A.J. Walker as Cherokee continues to salt this game away here in the early parts of the fourth. Fourth foul of the game on Logan here. First shot short for A.J. Walker. One of 2 juniors in the starting rotation this season for Cherokee head coach Eric Cassidy. A couple subs into the game here for Glassboro. Andre Camper, one of them. So 1 for 3 at the line there for Walker to give him 4 points. 41-16 Cherokee. Here's Marseille Leadham. Again, St. Joe Hamilton versus Southern coming up. Leadham launches for 3, and he banks it in. So Glassboro could certainly use a break today. They get one there as Leadham uses the glass for 3. Doubles his point total with 6. It's now 41-19. Stop and pop in the lane, off of the mark there. Thomas can't get it to go. And the rebound was taken down by Minity, and then he's fouled. So the fouls are starting to pile up here. It's the 6th of the second half on Cherokee. So both teams will be shooting 1-1 as we move forward here, as Gibson heads to the bench. Could be done for the day after a 33-point output last night in Cherokee's win over Washington Township. 15 points today, all in the first half. Steal in the lane by Armstrong, ahead to Panaccio. Matt Panaccio sort of lost it as he was going up. The officials looking at one another, and they'll stay with the orange here as the Chiefs retain possession. A.J. Walker to inbound. Gets it over to Alex Thomas. Lefty hook in the lane. Too strong. Rebound comes down to Glassboro. Here's Leadham. Leadham through the legs. Top of the key. Over to Gadsden. Thought about a 3. And now the Bulldogs will set something up. Driving baseline now is Gadsden. And turnover. Cherokee's goes the other way. Panaccio lost it on the way up. Taken away by Leadham. And he's able to get it in the corner. Fancy dribbling, trying to evade 2 defenders, and now looks like we'll have a tie-up. And possession will stay with the Bulldogs. Mike Katsikis back into the ball game for Cherokee. Number 14. As Christian Armstrong heads to the bench with 11 points. .5:10 to go, fourth quarter here. Cherokee on top. In control over Glassboro, 41-19 here at the Seagull Classic. Here's Leadham with a 3, and that one is good.
3-point basket by Marseille Leadham.
So 2 threes in the quarter, I should say, for Marseille Leadham. That one a little more conventional, not using the glass. He has 9 points all of a sudden. And it's 41-22. Cherokee still in control. Alex Thomas, Katsikis, Stith. Now here's Walker. Good ball movement from Cherokee, but another traveling violation here as Stith took a step before he put the ball down.
Glassboro possession.
15th turnover of the game on Cherokee. Glassboro has 23. Here's Marseille Leadham. Again, 2 threes in the quarter so far. Gadsden cut off along the baseline, and now a whistle. And a foul is called against Cherokee. That one will go against Alex Thomas, and it'll send Richard Gadsden to the line to shoot 2.
Cherokee personal foul number 24, Alex Thomas. His second, team 7.
First one is good for Gadsden. Team high 11 points so far today for the Bulldogs. Second one is good. And a quick timeout taken by Steve Bell of Glassboro. So Gadsden hits a pair, but Cherokee still in control about halfway through the fourth quarter. Cherokee on top of Glassboro 41-24.
Mission of the South Jersey Basketball Summit Organization is continuing to work in fostering better relations between our officials and coaches. Now in our 8th year as a nonprofit 501c, we proudly represent the entire South Jersey basketball community, Cherryville to Cape May. All funds annually generated are directed to a number of areas, including the annual Jake Triano Girls and Paul Radio Boys scholarships. These $1,000 scholarships are selected and distributed by our South Jersey coaches to our student athletes continuing their education at the next level who can benefit most from the assistance. To the Boys and Girls Clubs of Atlantic City for their outstanding efforts in supporting the youth of the Atlantic City community. And we designate a specific health cause each year to help combat. And this year, the Seagull Classic has selected the heart, a partnership with local health care provider Atlantic Care.
Cherokee ball out of the timeout. Chiefs still on top 41-24. Glassboro creeping a little closer here in the fourth, but very much a commanding lead still for Cherokee. Here's A.J. Walker, almost lost the dribble, and he did. He carried it. So another turnover against the Chiefs. That's their 17th. These teams combining for 40-plus turnovers this afternoon. And here's Glassboro. Here's Leadham with the ball. Checked by Panaccio. Up top to Bryce Long. And over to Gadsden. 3 on the way. Battle for the board, and it's taken down by Camper. Finds a teammate down low, and that's Minity. Gets it to go for 2, his first 2 of the ball game. All of a sudden, it's a 15-point game. Under 4 minutes to go, though. This is about as close as Glassboro's been in a long time. Here's Walker. Drew Wickstead with the catch. Wickstead across the lane. He's cut off, but a foul, and that'll send him to the line for a 1-and-1. Get the sense that Eric Cassidy not wanting to go back to some of these starters he's pulled, but we'll see if some of these second unit guys can finish the job here for Cherokee. Drew Wickstead to the line, 1-and-1. First one is good. It's his first point of the game. So a pair there for Drew Wickstead to stop the Glassboro momentum. 43-26, approaching 3 minutes to go here in the fourth.
Mark Lanetto and John Oliver. So we came in second. But they weren't all
Leadham,
there.
step back, deep 2 in the corner, gets it to go. Marseille Leadham heating up here in the fourth quarter. He now has 11. Here's Wickstead, hard to the hoop at the other end, and he gets 2 more.
Andrew Wickstead.
Drew Wickstead now with 4, 45-28. Under 3 to go here in the fourth. Jump step, and a traveling violation goes against Gadsden.
Turnover Cherokee.
Mike Shaw into the game now for Cherokee as A.J. Walker's day looks to be done. Walker heads to the bench with 4 points. Justin Shaw into the game now as Panasio heads to the bench with 4 points in the game as well. Ethan Stith for Cherokee. Chiefs holding a 17-point lead as we wind down here. 2:30 to go in the fourth. Wickstead cut off along the baseline. Katsikis up, gets his own rebound. Back up strong and good. Mike Katsikis with 5 points. And a Cherokee lead right back to 19 here, as the Chiefs certainly have this one in hand. 3 ball on the way. Too long there from Leadham. The rebound comes down to Cherokee. Chiefs will be evening their record at 3-3 with this one, as there's a 3 on the way and it rims out for Cherokee. Tough break there for Mike Shaw in the corner. And Bryce Long brings it across. Glassboro will fall to 1-5 with this result here today at the Seagull Classic.
Southern's home. I don't know how I have it in here. It's been all screwed up. So you gotta
Leadham still working hard for the Bulldogs. Again, a younger Glassboro team trying to find its footing here in the early part of the season. The senior Gadsden has it though, left wing. Looking for a screen, doesn't use it, goes the other way, and the ball is stripped by Stith. Ethan Stith, lays it in. Stith has 6 in the game, and it's 49-28.
What do you like? I think Gibson. He had all 15 in the first half, though. Kind of set the tone.
Leadham, another shot off of the front of the rim. Here's Katsikis, full head of steam. Now he slows down a bit. And a timeout called by Cherokee to get another substitute into the game, as Eric Cassidy looking to get Devontae O'Brien in. Ethan Stith's day is done. Again, Stith with a nice steal and finish moments ago, as he'll finish with 6 points this afternoon. Under a minute to go here. Cherokee taking down Glassboro here at the Seagull Classic. The only question now is the final score as the Bulldogs bring it across. Campbell. It's it over to Long. Bryce Long. Peter Dempster into the game for the first time for Glassboro. Getting a little run here in the final minute. Long looking for a teammate, and it's stolen away. It's like Justin Shaw all the way in. He's fouled on the way up as players go crashing into the Seagull Classic banner. And chance here for Justin Shaw to get his name on the scoring sheet. 19.5 to go. Again, stay with us. It'll be Southern versus St. Joe Hamilton. Intriguing matchup coming up next. Southern off to a red hot start this season, finishing second at the Ram Zone Score at the Shore tournament, losing to Lenape in the final. St. Joe Hamilton battling through some injuries so far this season, but again, the Wildcats expected to be one of the top teams in the Cape Atlantic League this season. Shaw hits one, so he'll be on the scoring sheet to give Cherokee an even 50. The other way, Long's shot is short. Cherokee clears it, and this should do it. Now we have bodies hitting the floor. Cherokee turns it over. Wickstead down, holding his hip. So you hate to see this, especially at this juncture in the game. Now he's being helped up by his teammates as he took a hard fall there. Cherokee was just looking to run out the clock. Glassboro had some other ideas. Wickstead trying to walk it off right now, but it looks like we're heading toward a nice even 50-30 final score here at the Seagull Classic as Cherokee gets it in, and that's exactly what we have. So Cherokee takes care of Glassboro 50-30. Gavin Gibson, a game-high 15 points in the ball game. As we stand by word for the top crop player of the game. So Gavin Gibson with 15. Christian Armstrong had 11. Ethan Stith with 6. Mike Katsikis with 5. Drew Wickstead with 4. For Glassboro, Richard Gadsden, a team high 12 points. Marseille Leadham had 11.